Ah, Santa, what a legend. We've seen many depictions of this Christmas spirit on film and our local malls. But today I'm going through multiple films that depict this jolly old fellow and give my opinion on whether or not he's a good Santa. How will I be judging these Santas? Well, that's a good question. Here's a scene from Rise of the Guardians.
Very big, intimidating.
You are downright jolly.
I am also mysterious. And fearless. And caring. And that's my center wonder. This wonder is what I put into the world.
So a Santa must be big, jolly, mysterious, fearless, caring, and full of wonder. They also have to be good at their job. Do they deliver presents? Do they protect children? And of course, I'm only going over movies where Santa is the real Santa, so no mall Santas will be on this list. Okay, so Nightmare Before Christmas, Santa gets kidnapped and does nothing. He gets nothing, he loses. Good day, sir. There's not much to say here. Sorry, buddy. No Santa is ever actually seen in The Grinch. The Santa we do get actually does his job, and then fake Santa over here comes over and ruins it. The Grinch isn't big, jolly, mysterious, or fearless. He's spiteful. He's the anti-Santa. I mean, in the Illumination movie, he's not even spiteful, he's just downright depressed. The Grinch does inspire a bit of wonder, because wow, his heart grows 3 sizes in 2 seconds. Props to him for that. Okay, so I liked this movie as a kid, and then I watched it again my senior year of high school and found out, wow, I wasn't nostalgic for a single frame of this movie, except from the landscape shots and the hobo scenes. Santa is no exception. I completely forgot he was even in this movie. He is big, I'll give him that. He's mysterious, because I have no idea what this guy is thinking. He does inspire a bit of wonder, because he feels like a ghost. I mean, look at his cold, dead eyes. He's the coldest, least jolly Santa I've ever seen. The North Pole is also just so desolate. It feels like an empty department store. It's unsettling. This Santa is more like school principal Santa rather than awesome grandpa Santa, so yeah, I don't like him very much. Okay, so Tim Allen basically murders the previous Santa, so he's not gonna rank very high. Plus, he's a little creepy. Like, the parents call him creepy at least, because they don't believe in Santa, which, why don't they believe in Santa? I mean, who do they think is leaving those presents underneath the tree if it wasn't them? I'm confused. But he's the first jolly Santa on this list, so I'll give him that. We'd have to knock some points off for the manslaughter, though. Rankin Bass, yeah, these Santas are a little too skinny. They're fun to watch. I wouldn't watch them every year. They're kind of basic Santas, you know? Like, what's Santa like? I love Elf, and maybe I'm a little biased towards this Santa because of how much I like Elf. This movie itself is like one of the few Will Ferrell movies I feel like he's actually being genuine. This Santa's not why I like this movie, though. I would give him a point over the Polar Express because I just like that. I like the design of this North Pole, and Santa and the elves much better than Polar Express. But again, he's not jolly. I don't want to say he's grouchy. I don't think no, he's grouchy, yeah. He doesn't like his job. These two Santas are just hilarious more than anything else. They inspire a bit of wonder. They're downright jolly, but they're a satire in the Santa legend, so I won't rank them too high. Alright, so in this movie, Santa travels to Florida to recruit his replacement, but he gets caught up along the way and Ernest has to help him out, blah blah blah. I feel like the Santa should have thought this through better, because many things go wrong. No one believes in Santa in this movie, which is weird, because who's putting these presents underneath the Christmas tree if the parents aren't doing that? But hey, this Santa, he inspires wonder, he's jolly, he's fearless, but he's overall just kind of weak. This Santa shows up, delivers tools that help save the day in the end, and then leaves. He's jolly, he's fearless, he protects children by giving them the tools they need to protect themselves. It's great, he's wonderful. We love him. Now we're getting to the big boys. Santa from Violent Night is an almost perfect interpretation of the legend. He's big, intimidating, he cares for children. Sure, he gets a little scared at times, but he pushes through that and he gets the job done. Is he jolly? I'd say maybe a little bit too jolly. Old St. Nick here had a little too much to drink. I'm gonna have to knock some points off for sleigh riding under the influence. But whenever I see this Santa around Christmas time, he's an absolute joy. He's big, exceptionally caring, both toward his fellow guardians and for children. Even though he doesn't always know how to interact with the children, he is fearless nonetheless. He inspires wonder to all. I mean, look at his workshop. It's beautiful, wondrous. A little strange how people all around the world stop believing in him, which, it's weird, because who'd be putting these presents underneath the Christmas tree if the parents aren't doing that? What? I could knock some logic off for that part, because there is an evil spirit corrupting the dreams of children, causing disbelief. While this is an unorthodox interpretation of Santa, he is everything a Santa should be. Rather than being a spirit, the Santas in Arthur Christmas are a dynasty, with each man serving 70 years as Santa before passing it down to their son. We've got 4 Santas here. The retired Grand Santa, his son Malcolm, his 2 sons Steve and Arthur. And all of them are their own person, with their own personal struggles and desires. They're such great foils of each other. And while the corals of what Santa should be are a core part of the story, none of that background stuff really matters. As the children, they would never see any of that. They're asleep in bed on Christmas Eve. What matters is the idea of Santa. So as long as that illusion remains, it's good in my book. Which of these Santas is best though? I'm gonna have to go with Arthur. Sure, he hasn't grown into the Santa body yet, and he is pretty much fearful of everything, but the biggest thing is, he embodies that drive. He focuses on the wonder of Christmas morning and the children, first and foremost. So I'm not always the biggest fan about Christmas movies that deal with the struggle of believing in Santa, because it just kind of feels like a sermon at times, and then it just gets overzealous, convoluted, and boring. Polar Express is the biggest example of that. What do you mean you don't believe in Santa Claus? Like, where would these presents be coming from if the parents didn't put them there? I mean, like, you see the problem here? This never works. However, this Santa is jolly, extremely caring, and inspires the spirit of Christmas to all. And it's also hard to mess with him. Like, he's a wonderful support team. He's got the lawyer, you got Macy's, and then he also has the wonderful United States Postal Service, serving as the Deus Ex Machina of the movie. The biggest thing about him, though, is how mysterious he actually is. Like, we don't actually know if he's the real Santa or not. He could be some random hobo, or he's actually just Santa taking a trip to New York. We don't know. It's ambiguous, and that ambiguousness makes it work. He is perfection, don't deny it. Mr. Klaus is a family man who wanted kids, but when that didn't happen, and then his wife died, and... Anyways, he's always been this hulking, gentle giant of a person who always cares for children. He has a jolly nature once he opens up, and his ending is so wondrous. I love this so much because it's not about believing in him. This movie is more about he's real, but the kids have to keep it a secret from the parents because the parents just want to teach the kids hatred. But through Santa, they learn to be better children, and then that reflects on the parents and the rest of the town. Like, one good deed sparking another. It's so freaking cool. And this whole time, Mr. Klaus is just sitting in the background, letting it all happen. He did one inciting thing, and then sure, Postman Schwartzman over here is doing most of the work. But come on, it was Klaus's kindness that sparked this whole reformation. And while this isn't my favorite Christmas movie, because I think Arthur Christmas is better writing, especially in the third act, I think it's fair to say that Klaus is the best interpretation of the big man himself. So, yes, thanks guys for watching this video. We like Santa, we like Christmas, Merry Christmas to all, Merry Chrysler, all the fun stuff. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I appreciate you. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Go hug your grandparents and your family and drink some hot cocoa and give a gift or something. Later, skate.